Okay. So, how are you, mate? You've had a good trip away, hasn't you, have you?
I had a tremendous time. Went away to a music festival. It was incredible. So
Yeah.
yeah, just adjusting back to reality. You know how it is.
Was there a music festival? Oh, so you come back wiped out.
It was a it was a pretty big couple of days. Just once a year up to this place outside of Lexington in Victoria, so near Beaufort,
Hmm.
and they just take over all this farmland, and yeah, it's pretty great fun. I haven't been for 10 years, in fact.
Really?
So
Did you
yeah,
revisit your
revisit.
youth, mate?
Yeah. So there's a few people I know who go all the time, love it, swear by it. People coming from around the world to go to this thing. Um, and I just thought, with the relationship breakup, all the changes that had been happening, it just popped into my head, and I said, look, I mentioned it to a mate, let's do it, and he hadn't been for a few years, so away we went.
Oh, mate, you just got such a new life.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny, Mark. I've been so trapped in my head for so many years. I While I'd go to the music festivals regularly, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't really enjoy them. You know,
Mm.
I didn't look forward to them. I was more stressed about how fitting in and everything. And so this was the first time I was able to go and really just soak it all up, be part of it, and it's pretty underrated, really.
Overrated?
Underrated.
Really, the event?
No. It's underrated to feel a part of it and not feel like you're separate from it. You know, that was
Right.
a real focus of mine, was to really feel a part of it, contribute, be immersed in it.
Mate,
And
that's so true
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like you're just present.
Mm,
I was really happy on the goals weekend with that model between head, heart, gut,
absolutely,
which, yeah, yeah, it's
100%.
such a healthy distinction.
And again,
Yeah,
like
because
all
that's
this,
my model too. Like, it's not necessarily my model, but it's like, yeah, like we think you're in your head, and I heard heart, and then I started to realize that sliding scale, because that's where most of our shit happens, because we're not sure which category we're operating from. Mm.
absolutely,
Yeah, it's
and recognizing the benefits of each, um, understanding where you
mm.
spend most of your time and where you get caught out,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're too much. So yeah,
yeah.
brilliant, mate, really good.
Good stuff. So, hey, yeah, mate. So I reckon we just start, and we just looking, making sure we don't burn each other out.
Hmm.
We just start, and we just see what we can do.
Hmm.
I feel like there's just low hanging fruit everywhere. Like, I feel like even risking failure, there's an opportunity to listen to that thing, go, right, that's the snippet, cut that out, put it in a file, and one day just go boom, 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 lock them all together. Like, whether I'm listening to it, you're Mick, anyone,
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
just low hanging fruit. And we had the business club the other day, and I haven't listened back, but I recorded Ryan speaking. I'm
Mm,
like, well, there's your podcast.
mm,
Everyone was gripped. So
mm.
I reckon if we just get this systemized, I was even thinking I'm going to create some folders on Amazon S3, because it might be at the end of a month. One day is just right. Just go in there and take those files that Dobbo's dropped in, and just fucking, like,
Clean
if
them
we
up,
can
join
build it
them
to a
up.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
everything you wrote makes perfect sense, and let's start at that level, and hopefully we build
Yep.
up and
Yeah.
double it, triple it, whatever. But
Yeah.
so that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
That's the plan. So I think, yeah, and that is the plan. And if we grow, we want to. One of the challenges I've been talking to a few people about with this role about organising content, it's not as tangible a sales role as it's important to the sale.
Mm.
But then if I'm going to, like, Cam's going to come and just work on pure only commission and bring in clients. And when he brings in clients, he'll work purely on commission, which is very attractive, for both parties. But it's so tangible. Like, does that customer come in or not? But then again, where I'm learning the sales process, especially for the business club, is they're not going to just meet me once and believe. They need to go on multiple things, and after, like, they've heard about 10 hours of content, they go, "Fucking, this is my guy." So we need to go build these events. So it's a dance. So I feel like as we get some momentum and clarity, yeah, we just build it out. Like, I just, by the end of it, I really I want 3 or 4 people full time on this and just fucking supercharge it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Um,
There's no direct correlation with
yeah,
hearing a podcast or even and a sale. So that's always the challenge. But I'll, you know, and that's where at least the more aligned I am in my activities with your ultimate goals,
that's right.
Just helps me to understand and charge ahead. So,
and I'm going to work on a couple of sort of like weekly KPIs. So if I know that on say Fridays say Friday you've allocated the day. Oh, lost you.
No, back.
Say Friday we allocate the day. It might mean that Thursday afternoon we touch base because, like, I know for me, I don't want a meeting first thing in the morning. I just want to get up and start. Now, you might be a different cat, so you can do whatever you want. But if I know, like, I'm going to have like 5 things, just like, all right, how are you feeling about this? Do you feel resourced on that? Do you have clarity around this? You know, is there anything I need to be acting on so that you can move forward? And if we start to build out what that conversation is each time we talk, then we'll be able to get speed. Like I'll be asking, like, is anything in the way? Have we made progress? What's taken a long time? What's not taken a long time? You know, and if we get that conversation, if we communicate, say, on the Thursday night before you start or something, or first thing in the morning, whatever works, then we can be really potent. Because I also need to know when you're working on stuff, or so that beforehand I can make sure you got what you need.
I like that a lot. Let's do the Thursday night before a Friday.
That
makes
okay, great.
That makes perfect sense. And so just what I'll be doing, after, you know, hearing your thoughts on, you know, the budget, etc. I thought, well, what I might do is there's a space at the practice to do an extra day, just because until they get another resource in to support my role. So it hasn't been confirmed, but I'll probably go to 3 days there. So that means I will have 2 days. One day I'll, you know, committing. But as you rightly said, I could jam it together and work, you know, compress it all to get as much happening as possible. But just gives me a great, you know, mentally an idea of what I'm allocating to you. And I'll have spare capacity for other things as well. So
yeah, I agree. And I think we can get you a lot of other things, because that's my other thought, is to grow your business and show you how to.
Wonderful.
Like, I think that there's, and then the other thing is, lastly on that, if you don't work every Friday, I couldn't give a flying toss. What we got to get this to is that you know what the outcome is by the end of the month, and you just go, that's your nature. I know for me, some days I'm like so happy if I allocated a day, I know I've got time. Other times I know that it'll work out. I'll just go crazy the last minute. What the dance with this is I don't want to be unfair and give an unrealistic goal. And that was a lot of the things as I was writing it out. I'm like, hang on, I know you're going to need just a target to go after, but if it's unrealistic, it feels unfair and burns you out. But if it's too easy, nothing's going to happen. You're going to twiddle your thumbs. So I want to get this sweet spot. So every month you and I talk, go, that's a fucking good goal. Let's go for that this month. And then we go, awesome. And that way, that's great. So, so for these conversations now, like, I'm happy right now, like, I sort of lead these conversations a little bit, but I'm happy for you. Just once you've got the hang of this, you just tell me so I turn up and you do all the thinking. But I think there's value in this recording this way. I think this could be really easy. No travel time.
Yeah, absolutely. Comfort of your own home, mate. So I've got the call recorder happening as we speak, so we can assess the quality of that.
Sure.
You may see, I've got my big bad boy